This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Hey there, it's Brian Sebastian, Movie Reviews and More, and if it's Tuesday, that means we are live once again, so everybody will like this. Oh, I love, see, this is funny. If Tosh doesn't pop in all of a sudden, then it's Terry popping in all of a sudden out of no place. So here's the thing about it. We are in Season 3, show number 36, looking to do 52 out of 52 straight weeks this year, and that is definitely going to happen. I'm not going for 51 this time, for like the last 2 years. So I got to welcome everybody back on this and our new friends here and far away. So again, we're live on Talk Fun Media, TV, radio, and podcasting, K4HD radio and podcasting, also streaming worldwide on womanontv.tv, iTunes 247 out of Franklin, Tennessee, and the Worldwide TV Network, formerly known as the Women's Broadcast TV Channel. So here's the thing about today's show. I was feeling kind of uncertain how I was going to make this work, because we're waiting for Ashley Paul to come on from the UK, or she's in Germany or Switzerland, and that was going to be fun because I wanted to tease locally Tosh with a couple of things there on the singer-songwriter aspect of things, but also, you know, it's always about having that great music coming in too. And again, Tosh can, well, I won't say anything about that, but she knows all about that. So, live from all the way Miami, Florida, and she's got her wristband on this Tonight Show, and I will send her something so that she can take it off. The one and only locally Tosh, Nastasha Rumbos. And so, this is interesting because Howard looks like he looks like he's a straight country boy. You would never know this guy is 70 years old. Not only does he look good, not only does he make us, well, he puts me to shame because he's always dressed to the max. Former, you know, top 35 interior designers in the world, actor, one of the best dancers I've ever seen in my life, the one and only Howard Wiggins, and from Redondo Beach, I want to say Redondo Beach, now skip that, she's from Sherman Oaks now. So she made that move back to her own place where she grew up. Non-stop, almost 4 million views and counting. And Terry, sometime this week I will put the official numbers together because there's a lot to add up for where you are, but you do deserve it. The one and only non-stop Terry Marie. So, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Terry, don't interrupt me. I'm working on some things here. But, all right. So, I love this thing. I mean, I love this film that she did. She was at Outfest, and I missed her. And I'm bummed that I missed her because she has such a great film, and we kind of squeezed her in. And it was great, and I thought it was worth it. I didn't know her publicist. We've never met before. But anybody who's from Toronto, Ontario, and Canada, I have to like them because I love Toronto. The one and only, I'm going to call her Fateema. And I love this because her short film is something that I've never seen before, and I just thought it was really brilliant to have that on, and I wanted to sneak her in on this. So I want to welcome to this. So, you know, she's a writer, she's a performer, and I think, is it the Holy Cow? Something women that you perform with also? Is that what it is?
It's called the Don Valley Girls.
Oh, way off. Yeah, what am I thinking about?
I feel like the syllables, I don't know, there's an O in there. Well,
what people don't know is I do all this off the top of my head. All right, Fateema, I'm not going to embarrass myself more. Okay, so I got to go to this woman. So we only found each other last Sunday, and she was wearing this interesting hat. And Terry, you know, she comes in, and I'm like, okay, this chick's into fitness. So it's one of these things where she's a registered nurse. Let's see. She did NPC. I'm not sure if she still does it, but she could because the body is still there. But also, I love that she's in the medical profession, but at night she turns into woman. So she is that DJ, and I love her music. And Natasha will really love this now because I'm listening to Spotify. This is because I've been listening to her music. Let's call her DJ Hidden Gem, but her real name is Joslyn Cardoza. All right, so welcome everybody. So Fateema, I got to start with you because you got that short film. Let's talk about this. This is not easy to show, I would say, in certain cultures. But the fact that you made this, I thought this film was wonderful. Talk about this film and why you got it out and what was your experience coming to Los Angeles for the first time from Canada.
Yeah, so my short film is called Atr, and that in Arabic means perfume or someone's scent or essence. And it's about a young man who's grieving his father and takes over his family's knockoff perfume shop. And all the while, his mom is trying to set him up, like with a new fiance, get him married off. And he's kind of wrestling with his queer identity and what it means to be an Arab man and fill those shoes of his father. And the story takes place over a day, and a customer comes into his shop that's like openly queer, and they share a really beautiful connection. And so he's faced with this question of which path will he choose, and will he embrace, his fullest identity, or will he kind of go down this path of continuing to hide? And it's a comedy. It's based off like an homage to Arab soap operas from the 90s and early 2000s that I grew up watching. So it's very stylized, very kitschy, very fun. And it was really important for me to tell the story as a queer Arab Muslim person, and kind of struggling with that dichotomy. Oh, hi, Ashley.
Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So Fatima, finish up and then we go to Ashley in a minute.
Yeah, so just kind of trying to honor that struggle while centering queer Arab joy and really focusing on the future and the possibility of embracing your full self.
I love this film, and again, the last 7 days I've seen 12, almost 13 films because I'm halfway through the other one, not counting my regular films that I would normally watch, whether it's on Netflix, Amazon Prime, or Hulu or anything like that. It is that season, and it's only summer. Usually I have to do this beginning of the year or the end of the year, and it makes it tough, but I've been seeing a lot of great films. And the reason I say these things, and it's important, is because there's stress after strike going on, and the writer strike is going on. So what we do here at Movie Reviews and More, and so normally Terry would interview everybody on the red carpet, and then what we would do, we want to make sure that we can showcase the brands, and that's what it's really, really important. And then so Ashley, let's talk about you. Let's see. All right, so she's a composer, singer, producer, songwriter, let's see, performer, Billboard, Billboard Music Week. Hold on. Let's see. Germany, France, Switzerland, top 10. And the two songs are Love Light Me Up and Feel Your Fire, which I listened to today. So let's talk about that. How do you get all these? And see, Tasha will really like this because Tasha, I think, is kind of coming on that path too. How do you get all of this going around the world? I don't think that's easy these days.
It's not. I think that it just kind of starts in one area, and then an opportunity will develop, and I never say never. I always try everything. So I just follow the path. Feel Your Fire was a great song that I wrote with Damon Sharpe, who is an amazing writer and producer. We wrote it together. I think it was in 2023. No, we are in 2023. We wrote it in 2022. I'm already in 2024, just so you know.
I'm kind of in there too already too.
Which is so funny. Okay, so we wrote in 2022, and we just got into the studio together. I was a little nervous to write with him. He has such an amazing reputation, and we went in there and we just started telling the story about seizing the moment, seizing the day, never let your passion pass you by. And then I came up with some chorus ideas. I always come up with a hook. Like, that's one of my special sauces, is it comes from within and comes out of me. Like, I'll just sing it before I even write the whole song. A couple notes, which is kind of the theme of the song, and a couple of lyrics, which is also part of the message. So, and then I write around that. And then what I love about dance pop music, I don't know if you want me to digress like this because I'm totally digressing now, but
No, I like it. I mean, and I'm gonna segue into something in a minute. So I like what you're saying.
oh, okay. So yeah, so what I love about dance music is it's layered. So we'll do a hook, and we'll do lyrics and note hook and a chorus, but then also there's a dance track, which I'm crazy about, working on, and that's just, gosh, that's where the story comes from, because it sets the tone for the feeling, the beats. If it's really strong, if it's the kind of theme where you see crystals in the sky and disco balls over your head, and it kind of, or 007, or something kind of laid back and R&B, whatever the feeling of the story is, that's kind of in the dance track. So, and then that is one of the layers in dance music. So I'm crazy about dance music for that reason. When you're writing it, I love it for that reason. So yeah.
So Tosh, hold on for a minute because I know you're itching to gas something. But I have to ask this for Joslyn because Joss is in the studio. Well, okay, DJ Hidden Tim is in the studio doing stuff now. So that reminds me of what you were just talking about, Ashley. But also, Fateema, I like Arab music all of a sudden just from last week where I met Joslyn. And I couldn't tell you what I was listening to. Joslyn could, but I could tell you I loved it. And I still would like to know some of the artists who this was. And as a former DJ, I want to know who these people are so I can tell people about it because I'm kind of new to that world of what it was. But I loved it, and I loved the fact that everybody was dancing, and I immediately was thinking about Howard because this guy likes to dance to anything. So, Joslyn, talk about what music was I was listening to last Sunday, why I liked it, and what you're doing now because you're in the studio now, but you're also creating other things.
Yeah.
And you got to say hi to your fan, Sean, too.
Hi, Sean. How you doing? Yeah, it's like a little bit of like Afro house, organic house, different types of house music. There's so many different types of house music.
Yeah.
It's amazing, And that's what's fun about it, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what you heard at Avalon, which was so cool. And my friends and I, I've been DJing for almost 8 years now. And it's just kind of something that has been a passion to me that's just been growing over the years. And it's been amazing. Like, I don't know. I just met so many people and I started getting in the studio actually with some friends yesterday, and I just started a track and hoping to go to Ecuador next week.
That's right. That's coming up.
2 weeks, actually. 2 weeks.
Are you DJing in Ecuador?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
very cool.
So I'm going to be DJing at a festival called Pachamama in Ecuador. And there's going to be like a lot of really good artists who are going to be doing the same thing. And there's going to be like massage and everything. And all the artists who are in LA who are doing the same music are going to be there. And it's beautiful, like amazing. And I just started working on my first track. And last night I just put it out and we're sampling it if you want to hear it.
I heard a little bit of it. It's interesting. Immediately, so Howard, this is how we met. I thought she was wearing one of Huck's hats. That's how we met.
Really?
Because she had this. Yeah, I thought it was one of Huck's hats. And then all of a sudden she went over to Gia's art because Gia was painting, and turns out that she knew Gia before I knew Gia. And that's the thing. So she was signing at the bottom, and I thought that was just a cool photo. And it turns out that they knew each other, and so I thought that was like fascinating.
Yeah,
and I was just there to be like her sidekick. I was just helping her out,
Oh, Matt, me and Gia go way back. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Gia. Gia was so sweet.
Yeah.
She's coming back on pretty soon. And then, so when it comes to this, again, the music, I didn't know. I'm hearing all these great music. And Ashley and Fateema, it's one of these things where Terry likes to dance. Howard is a great dancer. I'm listening to it as an old disc jockey. Would I buy this? Would I tell people about it? That's how I'm listening to it. And then it's funny because Joslyn was walking around with her headphones on, and I thought that was just cool. Like she was just ready to go up behind the turntables, and I was waiting for her to. I'm like, you gonna go up there? And I thought that was just cool.
I know it's. I'm always at the airport with my headphones on.
That's a good thing. So Tosh, so with as they were dancing, I was thinking of Howard in the middle dancing. I was thinking what Tosh would be doing to this. And then, I was like thinking, well, Terry would just have fun. She'd be talking to everybody there because she's that jitterbug when it comes to that. But Tosh, talk about this. What you've heard so far when you're writing, what's that like for you? Because I'm not that writer. I don't think I could write a song to save my life, but I know a good beat.
Yeah, so crazy that I was listening to Ashley. You say you write your hooks first. For me, it's quite the opposite. I write my verses first, and then I kind of figure out how, like, the hook. I don't know. I've always tried to do the hook first, and then I always get stuck and frustrated. And I don't know if that has ever happened to you. If you've done it the other way around, like writing the verse and then the hook. But I'm more of I write the verse, kind of get that little story going, and then I'm like, okay, what's gonna be like that main pump that is gonna like keep the audience, engaged throughout the whole song. So for everyone here, I'm a Latin pop singer songwriter. I started creating music, like my own music, about 3 years ago. So I've been exploring the whole urban Latin pop reggaeton side of music, and it's honestly been such a great time. I've always been involved in music since I was little, and I always loved creating, being in front of people, engaging in all the fine arts and everything artistic. And now I'm living it. I am singing every once in a while in Miami. I'm still pretty new, but honestly, like, I've enjoyed the journey so far, and I know it's gonna keep on bringing that good energy and those great opportunities. And just being here, I'm able to talk about, like, my music and my inspirations and everything that I've done to get to where I am now. So and talking about Fateema, my latest single, it's called Hangyad, and it has a little bit of Arabic. Sorry, my language gets a little, Arabic. But it's kind of like, yes, Arabic. There we go. Arabic. Thanks, Brian. Arabic influences in it. So, and it wasn't even on purpose. It kind of just happened, and I was like, wow, this is actually really, really nice, and it mixed well with like the Spanish beats. So, I invite you to listen to it. It's called Hangyar. And you probably won't understand anything that it's saying, but you will feel the energy. You will feel like, it's a very summer song. Oh, that's me. Hello. That's the name of my single. And it's a really fantastic song. And I want to say congratulations to Ashley, because I saw that your song is in the summer, like in Hollywood Digest, one of the top summer songs. So props to you. Props to you.
Thank you, honey. That's very sweet. I was just so listening to what you were talking about, your writing, and I get it in the opposite way. Like, you're right. So I get the hook, and that's from just the passion that comes out, and then I go to the dance track. So now I have the dance track, I have the whole story, I have the hook, and now I'm going to have to write the verses. And that's where I get a little frustrated. And that's when I usually write with co-writers, and we go back and forth, and I'm learning so much about the verse part from writing with other co-writers, so I have like the whole message. I have like this, my little package, my little Ashley Paul pixie dust, I like to say. And then I get involved, and then it's like, oh wow, it's really beautiful. So, but I don't know why I get frustrated with the verses. It's so funny that you get the opposite. So
I'm still trying to figure out how you write a song. I just don't get it. I admire you guys how you do it. And I always tell Terry, all some of the best songs are from being heartbroken and the loss of things and stuff like that, and they become hits. And all right, so Terry, tell them who you are and what you're doing, and followed by Howard.
Did you say me? No.
Oh, Terry, you still there? Oh, she froze.
She froze.
All right, Howard, tell them who you are until Terry comes back.
I'm Howard Wiggins Facebook. I'm son of Little Roy Wiggins that played steel guitar for Eddie Arnold. I've got a music video that I'm doing the first week of August with Christina Lucas, which you all know from Nashville for Women in Film. And it's going to be an exciting video. We talked about what's going to happen. We're going to shoot part of it inside, part of it outside. going to have lots of lights and fog and some interesting things. And I'm going to be dancing all through the whole thing. So,
And Howard loves to dance. And then Terry, did
Yeah,
we
I
get you
do.
back? Yeah, we did. All right, so
Yeah,
before we
right.
go to Terry, let's see what we have this week of Howard.
all right.
Well, Brian, you said you were going to do Ashley first. Give me a second.
Oh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go to Ashley's first, and then we're gonna go to Howard, and then Howard's gonna tell us what he was dancing to, because I always surprise him what he has, and he kind of fills in the blanks from there. Let's see a little bit of Ashley's, and we can talk about it.
I'm sorry.
Keep dreaming this feeling, and I know it's the real thing. Like I've known you for lifetimes, just have to wait for the right time. Soulmate sensation, deeper vibration. I've been so patient, but now something inside, a diamond surprise.
All right, Ash, tell us
Oh
about
my
this.
gosh.
All right, so I like that. Tell me
Thank you.
again. Tell me why I like this, because I don't get it. Why am I
So-
liking this?
I'm talking about destiny. So I keep
Okay.
I keep dreaming this feeling, and I know it's the real thing. Okay, so the song "Love Light Me Up" isn't really about love as in a lover. It's about love within self, love a higher power, love of your passion. However, there is a little element of romance, and I keep dreaming this feeling, and I know it's the real thing. Is the way I was feeling about somebody I've been dreaming about for years, but have yet to meet. And so that kind of came out of me when we were writing the verses, you know? And I was like afraid to put it in. And if I'm digressing again, just tell me. Okay. So I was afraid to put it in, but then my co-writers were very wonderful and saying, no, that's how you feel, put it in. So I put it in. So that's what that's about. And then when we get to love, light me up, illuminate me, that is about inner love, inner light. Let it out. Let it flow in, let it flow out. Let it flow amongst each other. Never stop lighting yourself up. Never stop lighting the people you love up, people you don't know. That was my message. Like, that was my strongest moment that made me want to write the song. You know, feeling that.
Man, you got a strong voice.
Oh.
Any woman who can just pop off like that, my hat goes off to them.
Like, I don't think you even need a
Howard's hat
microphone.
goes off to them.
Yeah.
It just I feel it, you know how you feel certain things. It's just how I feel. And so when I wrote that part, and then I was doing the dance track at the same time, I always say, like, I saw little lights popping off in front of me, and I did. It was like I had a vision, you know, and not of like the song and the video per se, but just a spiritual vision of feeling whole, you know. And that's kind of what the song is about, how to find yourself feeling whole, you know. And it's kind of amorphously done, you know. There's lots of different examples, and it's trying to make you feel good, you know, like, because I'm sharing my desire to feel good with you. You know what I mean? Like, we're pulling each other up kind of thing. And another thing, which is kind of interesting to what you said, and I'm so sorry, I'm bad with names because we just met, but my friend who I'm looking at, who is singing Latin house music. Yes. Okay.
Hopefully Taj.
Right. Taj. Okay. So you were talking about different kinds of house. So when I wrote this song, I wanted the dance track to be like an orchestra, you know, like kind of like, you know, Tom Jones, Sammy Davis, like old fashioned. And then I wanted house music because that's, you know, partly my thing, you know. And so I put it together, and that's when I started this whole idea of like, oh, yeah, it's big band house. So I started thinking, oh my God, let's write music like everything else. Let's go from, the old to the new, bridge together the gaps. People who are, from another time to people who are from the current time. Artists and music listeners. So yeah, so that was kind of like, I was thinking about telling you that when you were talking about house music, but I didn't want to interrupt you, so I had to get that out. So yeah, so thank you for liking the song.
All right, so now we get a chance to talk to Howard. Hey, Terry, we're going to come to you in a minute because you froze, but we're going to come back to you, all right?
Okay.
So, all right, Howard, tell us about this one, and what was it?
Okay.
We're not playing the music.
Where are you, Howard, in this video?
Can we blow it up, Rebel? Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah, I need to blow it up. I can't see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, someone needs to go to the eye doctor.
Badly. For one. But why Rebel's playing with that? So, Joslyn, talk about this. Of what you're hearing from Tosh and Ashley, where's your writing putting everything together as that DJ these days? What are you thinking of? Because this is fascinating to me now.
I mean, like, for me, like, I think it's so beautiful that everybody's creating so much different types of music, and like it's so diverse, I think it's so special that we're all so connected with music in that aspect, and it's great, because we have that opportunity to connect with that, which is something that you don't have to use words for, which I love, and music to me is like telling a story, and that's why DJing for me has always been so special to me, because it's like, when you're there creating a DJ set for someone, it's a moment in time, creating an experience, telling a story for someone, and they're going to remember that for the rest of their lives,
Absolutely. All right, Howard. Where were you this time, and what woman number 101 jumped in front of you as you were dancing by yourself, most likely?
It's a total stranger I don't know. I was at one of the hotels downtown, and you know me, I just go by myself sometimes, and women show up. That's all I can say. I had about 3 women I danced with that night. And I remembered one of the women left her boyfriend, danced with me, and then when I went down to the floor, she couldn't keep up. She went back to him. But
That's funny.
I love it. So notice my hat with the feather in it. If you can see it.
See, Joslyn, I'm not making this up. I swear, I thought it was a Huck hat. That's why. That's how we met.
Oh man, you have to show you my brother. He dances just like him. But
so Howard, your dance video, the 9-second one, is just clicked over 200,000 views. Literally, I think it was a day or two ago.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna get you a hat. I'm gonna get you a Huck's hat. Don't worry about that.
Out of all the people, Howard needs to get the Huck hat. Like
he'll get
that.
I love hats.
I like hats too. Colored hats, cowboy hats. I love hats.
All right, so Ashley, all right, when I get the Huck hats, because I found another company too the other day that I called them, so they're gonna send me one really quickly. I'll make sure I send it to Holly. Where are you? Are you in the U.S. or are you outside?
Really?
Yeah. What are you in the States or are you outside?
I'm in the States right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Howard, you're gonna say something.
I was just in Peru, by the way. You were in Ecuador. I was in Peru.
I love Peru.
There you go.
Peru's amazing.
Oh my
God.
I was gonna.
Yeah. Sorry.
I
was going to talk about this hat.
Oh, Howard, go ahead.
Okay, let's talk. Sorry.
This is a slouch hat. It's from the 1800s. It's remember Ed Norton on the Honeymooner? Yep. That's kind of the look I went today. Short sleeve vest and the Ed Norton type hat. So, but it was popular during the late 1800s, early 1900s. So,
and what room are you in today?
I just want to tell the history of the hat.
In what room?
I'm in the upstairs hallway, so my art gallery.
Very cool.
But the whole house is an art gallery. What can I say?
It's a beautiful room.
Thank you.
And Tasha, we're gonna say something.
Oh yeah, I wanted to go back to Joslyn about DJing, since you've been doing it for quite a while now. When was like the moment that for you you're like, damn, I'm doing this. Like this is
Oh my
like
God.
yeah. There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
That's I
it was
love
crazy. Like, because I've been an ER nurse for like, gosh, going on 9 years almost, and I was a bodybuilder, and I got into functional health coaching, and
That's amazing.
yeah, and I actually have my own business in functional health coaching. Yeah, so I was always pursuing, health coaching and functional medicine for a long time now, and DJing has just always just been something that's been really fun for me. It's just been fun, and I've had the grace and the opportunity to be connected with so many people because somebody I was in a relationship with, he, previously, we just we met with the people and it just connected with the music in that way. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And so just lately, I don't know, I just kind of started talking to more of my friends that were already in the industry, already putting out labels, already like in labels, producing songs. I mean, they're touring, and I'm just like, do you want to get in the studio? And I was like, they're like, okay. And, and I talked to more of my friends who I've known for many years, and I'm like, do you want to DJ here, DJ there? Lots of festivals. The festival up in Kern River, in Sequoia National Park. I just did one in Apple Valley called Soul to Soul. My friends have a collective out there as well. It's here actually in LA. Soul to Soul was an amazing festival. And then I don't know, I just kind of started. I decided I wanted to make a track this year, and that was a big goal for me. I was like, I want to produce music, not for really money, but just because I love it so much, And I got in the studio last night and I sat down for like almost 8 hours with Pablo Key. He's a good friend of mine. He's on a really good record label as well. And he was actually the one, he played his track when we were at the club at Avalon.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tony Isaac and Pablo Key. And we produced a song last night. Well, it's a sample. I don't know if you want to sample it.
I'll see if Rebel, if she can pull it up. But
yeah.
Fateema, I've forgotten about you. We're coming to you in a minute because it's a good way to segue into Terry, but also, so Tosh and Terry, she's coming with me to meet Amy Kaiserman from Bubble Hut Tents.
Okay.
We're going to Arizona. So Tosh and Terry have met. Howard hasn't met her, Amy, yet. But Terry, tell them about you, who you are, and Terry was the first person in the world to do interviews in the Bubble Hut Tents. So that's why I want her to come. I want her to be a DJ in that.
Yeah, the Bubble Huts was amazing. We did that for a Super Bowl party this year. I've been with Brian for over 8 years now, Brian. Mm-hmm. I think. I do red carpet hosting, interviews. That's one of the many things that I do. I'm also a fitness competitor. I've won NPC. I placed second place as Miss Bikini America. I placed first place at Muscle Peak in my division. I also am in medical sales, so I have that in common with you. I work with orthopedics. And then I do acting, and I do art. So I do a lot of different creative things. I'm a creative person, so that's why I don't want to stop. So, there you go.
Hey Tosh, talk about this. Talk about the Bubble Hut Tents from your version, because I want her to disc jockey, the DJ in one of the bigger ones on Amy's property. That's why.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a very, very cool concept. It's glamping basically, but we had it in the Super Bowl party, and it was fantastic to do the interviews because you go inside and you don't hear anything that's going on outside. It's like your own little space. So it's very, very cool. You could you hear like your voice. Like if you sing in there, like it's so nice and crisp. Like I don't know what they do in the air in there, but it's very very nice, and it's beautiful. You get to see like the outside decorated, super cute. You're gonna love it. And if you're in Arizona, I can even imagine where she's gonna have that, like with all the beautiful, canyons and mountains and all that stuff. But it was very cool to be interviewed by the one and only Terry Marie right there, which is very fun.
We also had the Americans built air filters in there. That's
I told her everything about it, and she has an idea, but she doesn't know what she's getting herself into. That's why I wanted to have her on the show. Yeah. Fateema, I got it. Good. You're also a composer too, right?
No, I am not. I love music and appreciate music and love to work with musicians, but I am not a composer, no.
But here's the thing. Sooner or later, you have to put stuff in your films. And you got to get those music rights. So it's always interesting when you can meet those composers, those singer-songwriters, isn't it? Comes in handy.
Yeah, I've been lucky to work with some amazing Arab musicians to make original music for the film. So that was such a great experience. We were really kind of riffing off of like a classic Arab love ballad. So it was really fun to be able to work with very talented people who could recreate that rather than us having to pay so much money to license the songs we wanted. Yeah.
We have a hookup for you. It's called copyright. So I remember, I'm not sure Tosh was on that show. You might have been. But he has all the music rights for that, and he's the only one in the world that has that. Because he directed. It's called Copyright. It's a documentary. I want to have him back. Yeah, it's just free. This guy created free music for everybody to use, as long as they give him credit.
Amazing.
And that's what it is. So
beautiful.
Why Rebel's working on something? Ashley, what do you got coming up? Because you're all over the place. It seems like.
Yeah, like I said, I just came back from Peru. I had a concert there. I opened for 20 Fingers. It was a 90s techno concert. I really had a great time. And I sang Love Light Me Up, and I did my 80s Billboard hit When Boys Cry, which was kind of crazy that people are like really into it in Peru. And it's just like, I had no idea, and it's kind of funny. You just never know different parts of the world, like different kinds of your music, and it's just so interesting when you go there, and people are singing to a song you didn't even know they knew, and which was really very fulfilling, I have to say. And I'm going to Mexico City, Pepsi Arena, and Monterrey in Mexico, and I'm doing a concert there. It's going to be like a freestyle music concert, opening for Shannon and Corina, and the Mad Stuntman's going to be there too, and another Corina. I always pronounce her name wrong, but she's also going to be there. And what's so interesting about that concert is I did that last year at the Pepsi Arena, and it's just amazing. That stage is incredible. I mean, when I went to soundcheck, I cried because it was my first time at the Pepsi Arena, and I just it's so big and it's just so beautiful, even with nobody in there, what I mean? And it just felt so exciting. And so funny, I went over and I hugged the booking agent because he was there, and I was like, thank you. I was just like so excited. And so I'm doing that, and then I have we're releasing Love Light Me Up in Germany and Switzerland and France next, so that'll be interesting to go over there and do, talk to people and see how they feel about it. And then I'm also starting a new co-write in August with some people from Denmark. I'm going to be going to Dallas because I think they have a studio in Dallas and Denmark. And I think I always pronounce the name wrong. It's called the Umbrella Group, but they write a lot of Euro and European dance music. So I'm really excited about that. And I already have the name of the track in my mind, and the hook, and the two lines. So I wish I could tell you. I'm dying to tell you, but I promised them I wouldn't say anything.
There you go. That's actually pretty good.
Right, which is really hard. Oh, and then I have another song I wrote with Damon a couple months ago.
How many songs do you have?
Called Ribbons. And that, well, because I'm an indie artist, I put out singles.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the truth is, I love doing it that way because each song gets so much attention, like a child. It's like you work on it, you write it, you record it, you remix it, you put it out, you promote it, you talk about the inspiration for it. But the hard part in that is letting it go and going into the next song. It's just really hard. So Ribbons is a song I wrote with Damon Sharpe a couple months ago. Ribbons are the colors of the night. There's no limit, bound together in the light. And it's kind of about wrapping yourself up in ribbons, but in a very sexy way. And it actually came from the inspiration of a movie I saw that I loved, of a woman who was in a proper hat shop who made hats with ribbons. She was very proper. But my whole story was that, what did she really do in her private life? Like, she made these hats and she was single. But my whole idea was she had this whole secret life where she took the ribbons and she did something else with them. And so I kind of wrote like a disco song from that. Like, it has really nothing to do with the film, but it was a Barbra Streisand, what's the name of the film? Hello, Dolly. Irene Malloy. Do you guys know, do you remember that film?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Irene Malloy's Hat Shop. Ribbons down my back this summer. That song, blue and green. I'm sorry. I'm just going to start singing.
What a wonderful voice. Wow.
But so I took that. I always loved that song. I was like, God, I got to do something with it. And so, but like I said, she turns into a vixen in my song. So it's like a whole other thing. So Ribbons is going to come out probably as soon as I'm able to emotionally detach from Love Light Me Up, which is really hard. So, but I can put it out here. That's the one thing about, I don't know if you would agree, about having music out in different parts of the world, is while I start to promote Love Light Me Up in Germany, Switzerland, and France, I can start to put out Ribbons and let people hear that here and in, the United Kingdom. So, just sort of move on. And then it's interesting, I guess, because then we're talking about a lot of, we're talking about two songs at the same time instead of just one. But either way, I love both of them. So that's what I have on the radar for next. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I can't remember everything.
I think that's great. All right, Rebel. Let's see if what this sounds like. Hopefully I won't get hit with too many copyright stuff, but it's in the works. All right, Joslyn, let's see if this works. Okay, let's listen to this. Oh, she's still setting it up.
Oh, over me? You want me to put it? Want me to play it?
No. Hey, Rebel, did you have that?
It was playing. I don't know why y'all can't hear it. Give me a minute to switch this out. It was playing. I had it playing in the background. Just give me 2 seconds. Joslyn, will you set it up for me, please?
Yeah, set it up.
Yeah, tell us about what I'm about to play.
Oh yeah, so this is my first track that I ever made. So started it. We just did it last night. We were working on the music, and I started putting the beat. And he's like, we got to put some vocals behind it. And I was like, all right, what do you want to do? And I was like, yeah.
They tell me I'm not really Mexican, as if my Latina could be determined by how many times I can move my hips. Like, no, I can't dance, but the cumbia still moves through my veins like when my mom moved through the house, with the beep 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 echoing down the hall and the smell of chilaquiles on Sunday morning. They tell me I'm not really Mexican, as if my grito wasn't authentic enough, as if my overprivileged brown ass didn't know how to tortear. Having to prove that I can keep a conversation in Spanish.
Oh my God, I love it. So there's this club here in Miami called Club Space, and this is what I would hear. It's a 24-hour nightclub, and it's all house,
Oh yeah, I've been to
And
space. Oh, I've been to space. Oh yeah.
oh my God,
Love
I
it.
definitely
Great.
just transported there
Yeah.
listening to your
Oh,
song.
thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm not finished with the song, but like when we're gonna go into the chorus, it's gonna be. I'm gonna use my own vocals. Once we're gonna be done, it's gonna go. It's gonna go Afro Latina, rica gringa, pero
Hey.
sé nada. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna use my own vocals in that part, and then finish up the rest of the song. Yeah.
I love the dance track's amazing.
Thank you.
I could tell that you loved it. See, if she's grooving to that, that means it's working.
It has
And I
a
could-
really good beat. Really.
And I connected it to that song because, like, I'm half Mexican. I was like, my dad is Hispanic and my mom was, Caucasian. I didn't know my ethnicity very much growing up, and like, I went to Corona in elementary school, and like I was always that white girl, like, and so making this song was really fun because it's kind of like, I felt it a little bit, Yeah.
All right, we got about
Love
4
that.
minutes left, so I'm going to run through all of this stuff really quickly. So let's show a little bit of Dreamweaver, and then Fateema, we're going to talk about your world premiere, what it was like, and then social media links. This is the Dreamweaver Artist Ranch, so this is going to be next Tuesday. So our show next Tuesday will be moved to next Wednesday because of our showcase of what we have. So that's just a little bit of that. So as we're getting closer to being on the ranch and all the stuff that we're doing, Tosh, thank you for my $5. See, I was short on everything I've been doing. It's tough putting all of this stuff on, and she bailed me out for $5. And it's one of these things is, I have a big surprise for her when she's on the property. She's going to be bawling her eyes out, and so won't Terry. I've got major surprises for you guys, and I can't wait to show those. And it's coming really soon, sooner than you think. All right, we got to get to these movies really quickly. We got about 2 minutes left. All right, talk about your world premiere this past weekend at Outfest. What was that like for you, and what you have coming up? Go ahead.
Yeah, having our world premiere at Outfest was such an honor. It's a huge legacy festival that does so much to support the queer community, and they just blow me away with how thoughtful they are in every level of their organization, like the support they provide artists all year round. And so it was really cool this year. They had an inclusive press initiative with all queer reporters from all over America, so we got to meet them. And yeah, like the shorts program we were in, like it was so amazing. Like me and my producer just held hands and cried, and all the shorts in the program were so incredible. You can watch them online if you're interested. Outfest Online is available until the 23rd. So the program's called High Gay, and it's really great. All of their programming is so great. So if you have a chance, watch it online.
And social media link.
Yeah. My social media for my production company is Khafeefdam Productions. So KHAFEEFDAM Productions on Instagram.
And so with that, Joslyn and I, we're going to Studio One. So this was the first openly gay disco ever before Studio 54. So that's what we're going to tonight. And Lance Bass owns the club. So that's what we're doing. Another film from Dances with Film, Hot Angry Mom. This was a really good film. She's coming up the next couple of weeks, and what it's like to be a middle-aged woman, single, going out for auditions and everything like that, and all the stuff that she goes through. Really, really good film. Fly, these guys want me on the pink red carpet. Howard, you would like this, so I said I would come out to support them. I'm going to put my scooter on it, take off, go to the club tonight, and do that. And also, Save the Animals from Houston, a great documentary that I found. I did the interviews today with the directors on saving dogs in the Houston area. There's so many stray dogs, and they captured and they're being put down. So tomorrow I'm going to talk to two of the twins who help out on saving dogs, because I'm a dog lover. There's another movie called Black Ice. Black Ice on the first black hockey players, first black ice skaters, and what they went through to be in their profession. Really, really got documentaries through AMC theaters around the country starting Friday. Excellent film, excellent documentary. And what else? Let me get one more in here. Oh, let's talk about Gia. Gotta talk about Gia, because if it weren't for Gia, I wouldn't have met Joslyn. So there we go for that. So Ashley Paul, give you social media links real quick, followed by Howard. Go ahead.
Instagram is official Ashley Paul _ Facebook is Ashley Paul Musician.
And I love your music, and I've been following you already. Howard,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Thank you.
And mine's just simply Howard Wiggins Facebook, plain and simple.
Terry Marie. You muted, Terry.
Terry Marie Official. Oh, can you hear me?
There you go. One more time. One more time.
Nonstop Terry Marie on all platforms, and then Terry Marie Official is my website.
Good. Vocally Tosh, go for it.
Well, you said it. Vocally Tosh is my social media social media handle. Stream my newest single, Hang Yad. Watch the music video on YouTube. It's a really fun video. It's on Ocean Drive. I got girls dancing. I got me dancing. And, my website, natasharumbosmusic.com. And every Sunday, I'm on La Mega 97.5 in Rochester from 4 to 8. You get to tune in and, hang out with me, hanguear conmigo. And thank you all for being here. This is fun.
And Joslyn, go for it.
You can catch me on Instagram, dj.hiddengem, and you can find on my bio, you can find all my links to my next show. Will be in Ecuador.
And that's it. And I gotta say hi, thank you for everybody coming on. So again, have a good night tonight. A better day tomorrow. You see someone without a smile, please give them one of yours, because the world needs it. I am Brian Sebastian. This is Movie Reviews and More, and we'll see you next week. And I can't wait to go to Studio One tonight and see what kind of music they're playing. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.